Hello and welcome to Blockchain Global News. I'm Jane King at the NASDAQ Market Site, and with me today, Brinkley Warren, one of the founders of Token Fest. And so you created this a couple of years ago, you and some partners. So tell me about that whole process.
Sure, that's right. Yeah, so Token Fest, we founded it 2 years ago, my partner Ryan Colby and I, with the idea of bringing the best professional conference to the blockchain industry. And so yeah, this is our second show coming up, Token Fest Boston in September. So we're really excited about that.
Okay, so just kind of give me the dates. It's in Boston. What are the exact dates? Where is it?
Right, so September 12th through the 14th at the World Trade Center in Seaport Hotel in Boston. So really fantastic venue, overlooking the Boston Harbor. We've got some great networking events. So we rented out the Big Green Monster in Fenway Park. Okay. For like a private barbecue, cocktail hour, take in a Red Sox game. We rented out the State Room, this fantastic room overlooking the Boston Harbor, and you have like the giant clock tower there. Really beautiful room. So we're going to do a high-level investor dinner there for our opening night on the 12th. So yeah, we're really excited about Boston.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the speakers. Like, what kind of speakers do you have lined up so far?
Sure, yeah. So thought leaders. I mean, these are some of the top leaders in the blockchain industry. Token Fest is unique in that we attract a very diverse group of folks. So we're not focused on any one particular area. We have a lot of institutional investors for the show, a lot of enterprise speakers for the show. We have the CTO of IBM Blockchain speaking, for instance. We've also got, on the other end of the spectrum, Michael Casey, who's with MIT in the digital currency initiative over there, who wrote the book, The Age of Cryptocurrency. Okay. And that's actually the book that originally inspired me to get into this industry in the first place.
This is like a good book to read.
Yeah, so it comes full circle,
Little summer reading you could do there.
Indeed.
What kind of people attend the event?
All right, so I mean, again, very diverse. We're seeing a lot of technical folks, registering for the show.
And by technical, do you mean what, computer people? Or
yeah, programmers, developers. I think it's because Boston has a really rich ecosystem of development talent. You've got MIT right there. But we're also seeing a lot of executives, and so I would say that 25 to 30% of all of our attendees so far are actually C-level executives, which is really exciting. We've also got a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of institutions represented, State Street, Fidelity, folks like that. So Boston's got a really nice sort of hub for these large fiduciaries. So I think they're coming out, trying to learn more. I think a lot of them have the mandate, by Q3, Q4 of this year to actually, release something related to blockchain. And so I think there's some exciting things that we can look forward to at the show.
And a lot of exhibitors as well.
That's true, yeah. So we do have a trade show. We have about 130 exhibitors that we're expecting, probably more for this show. And that's really exciting because it gives people a chance to, to walk the floor, to get to know these companies and see some of the things that they're building. And then also, do business. So spin up new business deals. It's one thing to send an email to, to someone and have that sort of intro, but it's way different to actually meet someone in person, look them in the eyes, like get a coffee with them. So we try to create that really fun environment. And one of the things that we're doing differently than a lot of shows that we've seen is actually turning the Expo floor into a networking environment in and of itself. So we have something called Token Hive, which we're really excited about. We're actually putting a bar right on the Expo floor. That's going to be open all day for happy hour, coffee in the morning, maybe. But so that's going to be really exciting for
Well, I got to tell you, I've been to a few blockchain events, and that's a fun group of people. I mean, they really have a lot of exciting things going on. And the industry has been, really this year, I feel like, it's kind of emerged into the mainstream somewhat. So, I mean, are you seeing that from a macro angle, like blockchain is becoming more mainstream?
Absolutely. I think it really happened sort of late last year is when we really saw it get into the, major news media with like the huge, epic rise of the price and
Bitcoin.
Of Bitcoin, right. And so, yeah, I absolutely believe that we are, past that sort of early adopter phase. By the same, token, we're actually very early still, in terms of the overall development of the space. And so I think that, over the next year, it's really about maturation. And, maybe a couple of years ago, it was a little bit more buzzy, hypey, a lot of startups, trying to create their own cryptocurrency. Obviously, a lot of those are not going to make it. But we're at the point now where, Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these major ones are definitely here to stay. The technology stack itself is definitely here to stay. Digital assets in general for large fiduciaries and institutions is here to stay. So now what we're seeing is like this maturation phase where these large institutions are getting involved. And then, I think you're going to see, in terms of like futures trading and things like that, a continued maturation of the space.
And ICOs have really kind of come on strong over the past year. I know it's been a little controversial. There's still a lot of regulation that has to be decided about it, but there's been a ton of money raised in ICOs over the past 16
Innovation.
months.
I mean, it's like, I always explain blockchain as a software upgrade for the entire internet. So any digital system that you're able to build, you can build better, more secure using blockchain technologies. And so in terms of ICOs, it's similar to like the 90s in that, we have the internet. Like, what could you do with the internet? All kinds of amazing things. And so I do think that it's warranted in terms of like this swarm of startups and innovation into the space. Obviously, not all of them are going to survive. I mean, startups are
Not
sort
all
of like
internet
experiments.
companies survive.
Exactly. The startups are experiments,
That's right.
and so some of them are going to become the next Amazon, the next Google of blockchain, and others will become the web van, of blockchain in the same way.
Pets.com, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Brinkley, just tell me, how can somebody find out more about TokenFest?
Sure. So TokenFest Boston is our next show. Tokenfest.io is our website. And so I recommend that you go to the website. We have all of our speakers, the full agenda, September 12th through 14th, World Trade Center in Boston. It's going to be a fantastic show. We're expecting, somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 attendees. We've already got over 1,700 attendees signed up as of today. We're expecting 150 speakers, 100 plus exhibitors. So if you want to learn about blockchain, learn about where it's going, you should definitely be at TokenFest.
Sounds like a great event. Okay, thank you so much, Brinkley, for joining
thank you,
us.
Jane.
And best of luck with the event. And thank you as well for joining us. I'm Jane King with Blockchain Global News. Have a great day.